Time for our end-of-the-season tennis interview here at GoArgos.com. Rob Walden, along with head men's and women's tennis coach Derrick Racine. Two more very successful seasons for the Argonaut tennis clubs. Both of them won 20 matches. Both of them advanced to the NC.
I knew it.
Time for our end-of-the-season tennis interview here at GoArgos.com. Rob Walden, along with Derrick Racine, head coach of the Argonaut men's and women's tennis teams. Very successful seasons for both the Argonaut men and women. Both teams won 20 matches overall, and both teams advanced to the NCAA regional tournament where they each scored a big victory. So, Coach, before we really dig deeper into the seasons, I know you have to be proud of your teams, the seasons that they had. Both of them spent most of the season ranked nationally in the top 10. The women won a Gulf South Conference championship. The men also had a very successful season. Overall, your clubs, again, performed very well.
Yeah, we were pretty happy with our performances this year, especially we've had a lot of injuries this year, and the people at the bottom that came up and stepped up and really played well. Both teams, again, like you say, finished. I think our men will finish 7, and the women probably 6 or 7 in the nation, which is very good. And both had good regional tournaments. We lost to the champions of both. So.
Right. Let's talk first about the men, and you mentioned those injuries, a lot of nicks and bruises sidelining your top guys, but you had a lot of people that you didn't really expect to contribute at the beginning of the season really step in and fill nice roles. Mike Liu had a fantastic season, yes. Domenico Sano, JC Tolentino, all guys that at the beginning were kind of on the fringe who ended up having very big seasons for you guys.
Yeah, they did. All 3 of those guys did. JC was kind of plagued with a knee injury near the end of the season, which really hurt us going into the regionals. He was just able to play doubles. But we had tremendous seasons of Domenico Sano, freshman. I would say he would be the freshman of the year. He won a lot of matches at 6 for us,
right.
and a lot of times playing 5.
Right.
So he really stepped up and played well. And Mike Liu the same. Mike had been playing 6 and 7 in the years past, and he stepped in and was winning a tremendous record at 4 and 5. So. Really good effort.
And of course, on the men's side, too, all GSC contributors, Andre Pozgiev and Leandro Ferreira. Both of those guys you knew were going to be your top horses at the start of the season, and both of them lived up to that billing. Yeah,
our top of our lineup has traditionally been pretty strong. Last year we struggled at the bottom of our lineup, and this season we really had a bottom of our lineup surge and really kept us in a lot of matches.
Now, you guys lost to eventual national champion Valdosta State, not just in the GSC tournament championship, but also in the regional tournament championship. But, you played the Blazers 3 times. It's a good measuring stick for your program. And you guys have been there before, a couple of national championships on the men's side. When you see Valdosta State and you lose to them in the regional, I think it probably, and I'm interested to get your take, probably, sets a good template for what you guys want to, the level you want to get back to going forward.
Well, yeah, definitely. That's one of our biggest rivals, obviously, Valdosta State. It's a friendly rival. I played for John there, so
right.
He's my former coach, and we go back and forth. And typically, what's happened over the years is the team that wins the regular season, the other team will win the conference tournament. The one year they beat us in the conference tournament, we played them in the finals of the national tournament. So it's always close. Unfortunately, now with this new regionalization, we have to play them earlier than later. This year we played them a tough match at the regional. We were up in the first sets of 3 of the matches out of 6 matches, and our doubles were very close. We had a couple tiebreakers. That was kind of the swing of the match.
On the women's side, an 11th Gulf South Conference championship for you guys, and before you mark down any other achievement, that's obviously the one that's at the top. A fantastic season, and again, the women's team proved to be the best in the conference.
Yeah, we always strive for, in order of things. We always strive to first, win the conference title, and then from there go on and do well in regionals and hopefully, go for a national title. The girls played very well this year in conference play. We're undefeated. North Alabama had a very much improved squad over the last couple of years, and we were able to beat them again in the final. It's always tough when you're playing a team that's good and play them after you've already beat them once. So
right.
the girls stepped up and performed well, and then in the regionals, we ran into Barry, who ended up being the best team in the nation. They won the national tournament, so we feel good about play there.
Taylor Brewster has had a fine career here in Pensacola, a well-rounded student athlete. She's won numerous tennis awards, numerous classroom awards, and was rewarded for 4 years of hard work with a GSE East Player of the Year nod. And I know you have to be proud of her, not just this season, but her entire career.
Yeah, definitely. She had a great career. Her first year started off a little rough, just getting adjusted to college life and playing at that level, but she really stepped up and ended up to be one of our top singles players and one of our top doubles players. So really tremendous effort on her part over her career.
And of course, at this level, you don't win team tennis matches without a well-rounded club. And even beyond Taylor, whether it was Caitlin Baines or Naomi Higa or the Sonovig twins, a lot of different ladies stepped up at the right time for you guys this year.
Yeah, definitely. Naomi actually stepped up really big down at the bottom. She was number 7 at the start of the year. Ended up coming in and playing that number 6, number 5 role, and actually had one of the best records on the team. So we really needed that effort out of her, and ended up playing doubles at the conference championships, number 3 doubles, and got a big win there. So it was nice to see her come and step into that role.
So a great season for both the men's and women's tennis clubs, but I know you and the returning squad members will never be satisfied until you're hoisting that national trophy at the end of the season. I know you'll be hitting the recruiting trail hard. Talk a little bit about what the offseason holds for you guys.
Yeah, we're trying to bring in some new players, both on the men's side and the women's side. We don't lose a lot of players,
right?
So we're trying to bring in one key player from each team which could make all the difference for us, as well as getting back our key players. Barbara Oliveira, who was out all year with the shoulder surgery, will be back now. She just emailed me, said she's hitting the ball and hitting it well. So, she was our number 1 player and one of the top in the nation. So we'll have her back. And on the men's side, Kevin Ducros, who was one of the top 5 players in the nation, tore his ACL, and he was out all year. So we'll have him back as well. So we're really excited about our chances on both sides with men and women.
Yeah, amazing that you guys accomplished what you did with those 2 key cogs out. And, even beyond those 2, it helped next year, I would think, to have a little bit better luck as far as injuries go and not quite as many people missing matches.
Exactly. Yeah, you always need a little bit of luck in everything.
Even with the injuries, though, both Argonaut tennis teams posted fine seasons. The women are GSC tournament champions. Both the men and the women won matches at the NCAA South Regional. Of course, lots of off-season news coming for both tennis programs, and you can follow all of it live right here at GoArgos.com.